babysit my cousin's kids recently. That was not dope. And you can tell right away, too, what kind of kids you're dealing with, just based on how the parent says goodbye to them. You ever notice that? If they're good kids, it'll be short and sweet. They'll be like, all right, have fun. I'll be back soon. Call me if you need anything, something like that. This is how my cousin said goodbye to her twin 7-year-old girls. She got all serious. She called them upstairs. She's like, sit down. This is your tia Jasmine. And you're gonna respect her. And if you don't, she's gonna beat the shit out of you. I'm standing in the corner, I'm like, I am? 15 minutes later, I was like, oh, I definitely am. I definitely am. Worst kids ever. They were so bad. They had me thinking about shit like population control. I'm serious. I had them for one night only. I never laid a hand on them, but I kept threatening to. Whole night, I was like, hey, remember what your mom said? I will spank that ass. Both of them. No, you won't. Ooh. Have you ever had a child make you feel like a pussy for not abusing them? I was driving home feeling bad about myself for not being a child abuser. Still thinking about those bitches. I should have done like a 2 for flinching, you know? And it's no wonder they're like that. Everyone in my family's a little rough around the edges, you know? I found this old picture of me and my girl cousins recently. We went to go visit my grandma at her nursing home. We're all standing around her bed like this. Looking like straight up cholas. At her nurse, she's on her final days, okay? We're standing around her like she's a lowrider. Like we're gonna put hydraulics on her bed, paint a naked lady on the blanket, hook it up. We had the whole chola look, too. You know that hair, that long, crunchy hair? Looks like a long-ass Jerry curl. Tons of eyeliner on our lips. That look, you know the look I'm talking about. All of us are just standing around her. My grandma's just like this. It looks like we just jumped her into our gang. Like, orale! Lolita's gonna go out like a gangster. She did, too. She did. We put hydraulics on the coffin. Oh, shit. I've lived in New York for 2 years. 1 year was long enough for me to see the entire neighborhood get gentrified. For real. Everyone says gentrification starts with the Starbucks. That's some bullshit, not my neighborhood. In my neighborhood, the first sign of gentrification was just all the dogs started walking around with humans. Right there, I was like, oh, we're getting bougie. We're getting fancy. The rest of the neighborhood's still very brown, still very Latino. You know, there's all these fashion boutiques that are geared toward Latina women. The main differentiator between these boutiques and the shit you're gonna see at the mall, the mannequins. These aren't the mannequins you're gonna see at Macy's, okay? These are like side piece mannequins. I'm serious, they have titties, they have ass. It's jarring at first, no shit. Last summer I saw grown Latino men catcalling the mannequins. I was like, what are you doing, bro? Like, hey, mommy, you don't need a head with all that ass. I was blasting hip-hop music. I love hip-hop, man. I've been listening to it since the 80s. I'm getting sick of people calling rappers brave, though, for talking about depression. I think it's cool and shit, you know, but as a woman, I need something deeper than that. I'll consider a rapper brave when I hear one talk about how much he loves a flat ass. That shit would be heroic. That shit would change the game. It's our time, ladies. I want this to happen so bad. Let's do this. Let's sexualize the pancake emoji. Okay? Do you know how bad I want to take one of those over-the-shoulder selfies and just flapjacks, flapjacks, flapjacks? So jealous. I want a guy to look at my ass and just be like, God damn, girl, you are serving breakfast all day. All day. I'm so jealous of those Instagram girls. You know the girls I'm talking about? Some of you are here tonight, huh? They always have one move. One move. This is them. You guys are so glad I turned around, huh? This whole time, you're like, how flat are we talking here? This is their one move. They always look so sad and lonely and cold. They always like, my whole family abandoned me. And all they left is this big fat ass. Everyone in the comments is like, she must be starving. Give her some eggplant. Give her some peaches. Splashes of water. That's what she needs right now. I'm so jealous of those bitches. Do you know how bad I want to take one of those pictures? I want to be like, my whole family abandoned me. And they took my ass. No one would give a shit. They'd be like, oh yeah, trust the process, girl. It'll get better. How has this not happened yet? How has a rapper not come out of the closet as liking flat asses? So since the 1980s, they've all had the exact same type. Isn't there a rapper out there who wants to see the entire thong? Aren't you curious? That's what you're into, a woman who hides things from you? This ass will show you the whole story, baby.